Yo, I'm back. Back with your boy Pjizzle. Pjizzle. Sitting there, we're gonna talk about we gonna talk about we gonna talk about Lazarus. All right, so it was Christ was out. He was out preaching, and he was out healing and preaching to people for a while. He was going through the mountains, and Lazarus was Christ's best friend. So Lazarus, he had these two sisters. He had Mary and Martha. So Mary and Martha, they were back over in there's a city called Bethany, but it's in Judea. So they were over in Judea, well, Bethany, whichever one you want to call it. It was Bethany, but it's in Judea. And they sent somebody out to let Christ know that, hey, your best friend is sick. He's about to die. So Christ, he kept preaching for about another 2 days. He was out there for another 2 days, and then finally he's like, you know what? We're gonna go back to Judea and go check on Lazarus, make sure Lazarus is good. So then by the time he got back to Judea, Lazarus had already been gone for 4 days. So he was out there and he saw everybody weeping, or he saw everybody out there crying, and it made him cry too. It just shows you how God did it. God was mixing. He was trying to save everybody. Again, he was mixing an immortal being, which would be God. Like, the power of God is immortal, and mixing it with someone that is mortal, Mary, a sinner, and created this amazing human being, or whatever you want to call him. But he ended up going and he raised his best friend from the dead. He went and raised him from the dead. And when I started to think about some of the other, Bible stories, because John the Baptist was his cousin. And when they beheaded John the Baptist, Christ did not go back to save John the Baptist. He let the dead bury their dead. You know what I mean? So he already knew that John was saved. He was cool on John, because John was just gonna make it to the next level like everybody else. You know what I mean? He came down here, did his work to make it to the next level, to do some more work. You see what I'm saying? It's funny how God works, but yeah, he sat there and he went and brought his best friend back to life. And when you got a real close relationship with God, and you God's best friend, when things seem like they're dying out on you, he's always there to bring you back to life.